My name's Anthony Marshall. I'm a nurse practitioner that specialises in vascular access. I work across the Western Sydney LHD at all the hospitals, mainly Westmead, but I also cover Blacktown, Auburn and Mount Druitt. The Vascular Access Team is made up of nurses. We all have various backgrounds, but mostly critical care background. So not only do they understand what the patient treatment involves, they also understand how that will affect them either at a ward level or at discharge level, where they might go home with that line. So they can choose the right line for the right patient every time.
I've been diagnosed with pulmonary arterial hypertension. It's a bit of a mouthful. Initially, I was put on tablets and they worked for a while, and then I think the doctors realised maybe it's time to put me on a central line and have this medicine go through me like 24/7, because I think they knew that was the best medicine I could have. Prior to having a VA team, I would have had to wait in ED, and who knows how long I'd have to wait there to be seen, and if they could fix my problem at all, because a lot of times I go there and they're running around trying to find people who can actually do what I need them to do.
Using Helen as an example, she did come to hospital at one stage and just had to wait an exorbitant amount of time, like something like 20+ hours, where she was just told to wait because they couldn't facilitate fixing her problem, and that they wanted to hand her over to the specialist, but just not having that specialist team available, whether it was the weekend, whether it was night time, and just wait, and too bad, you've got to put your life on hold. You just need to wait here until that team is available for you. It doesn't really help. It doesn't help them get on with their life. I mean, they've all got a life outside of that. They've got children, they've got jobs to attend. So just having that specialist access really helps.
Now that I can call Anthony at any time, I get my line fixed like that. It's just done, and it's such a relief that I can be at home and I'm not missing things or cancelling things because I'm stuck in ED and the kids are whining because they've missed out on something, and I can't do anything about it, and I feel so guilty because of that. But because I've got the VA team now, that doesn't happen. And yeah, they're none the wiser. Now I go, they're at school, I come home, they don't even know that I've been, and so it's not affecting them anymore.
The advantage of having a vascular access team just mean that the patients are seen quicker, they get their treatment quicker, there's no break in their treatment. It is an upfront cost and it's hard to set up, but the long-term savings are just so valuable in both monetary and patient satisfaction.
My experience with the VA team has always been very positive. They're very approachable, they're very welcoming, and they're very professional, and you can tell that they really care about their patients. Yeah, and they take pride in what they do, and that's the most important thing to me. I've had one experience before I had the vascular access team, and it was a bit scary having the PICC line put into my arm. They just didn't seem confident in doing it. With my VAT team, I feel quite relaxed. I'm happy to go in there and have it done. I think that it is very vital for people who have central lines or even PICC lines to have access or be introduced to a VAT team, so that if they need help, they've got somewhere to go.
I've got chronic inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy. Every 3 weeks on Wednesday and Thursday, say, I would have infusions of 30 grams of immunoglobulin each day, so I was getting 60 grams altogether. I have thin veins, and immunoglobulin is a viscous substance. It's sticky, so that it doesn't pump through the small veins. It can be a challenge. And I was hard to cannulate too. The cannulation, sometimes even the most experienced nurses struggled with it, and it could be a little bit fraught for me, because although they're very good and absolutely wonderful in their attitude to the patient, it could be 2 or 3 attempts to get cannulated.
I think the research shows that 60 to 70% of patients in hospital require vascular access. And of those 60 to 70, about 10% are difficult. So having that specialised access just helps them get the care that they need.
Well, I don't have to dread being cannulated anymore. The staff are just very kind, very reassuring. They explain everything very well. They're just really empathetic. Yeah. And they're all equally great at what they do. And they put you at ease because it's just a really lovely attitude. My experience of having the port inserted has made me realise that they need more vascular access clinicians in hospitals to make it more readily available for other patients that have the same issues with being cannulated or need vascular access on a regular basis, sometimes even long term, and that it makes just the whole infusion so much more straightforward and easy, because it is a specialised field and it's under-recognised and it should be better funded.
In a perfect world, you'd have a vascular access team in every hospital where they have that access to a specialist all the time and not just limit to the tertiary hospitals around Australia.